Good Wednesday morning or afternoon or evening or middle of the night, whenever you might be tuning in to this. My name is Reverend Jennifer Finley, and this is our midweek time or Wednesday time to pause together, to take a deep breath, to reflect on the question, where have we seen God at work in our midst in the last week? Where has God met us? And so I hope that whenever you are joining, you are having maybe your morning coffee like I am, or an evening cup of tea, or maybe it's the middle of the night glass of water as you can't sleep. Whenever you are joining in this time, I hope that you are finding a time to simply pause, take a deep breath, and ask that question, where have I seen God at work in these last few days? Now, if you're anything like me, there's some transition happening in these days as we move out of the Christmas season and all that entails, and figure out what comes next as we are beginning now into January. And some of you, I suspect, have taken down the Christmas decorations. Others of you may be like me, that you're dragging your feet. Now, I traditionally don't take my Christmas tree down until Epiphany on January 6th, so that's today. I don't know if I'll take it down anytime soon, simply because it takes effort that I'm not sure I want to expend. But as I was looking at it this morning and thinking about the effort to take it down, I came across this ornament. It's a Moravian star. Those of you who may have lived in other parts of the country may be familiar with this image. It's an image that came to me through my time living in the mountains of North Carolina, where there are more than there are here folks of the Moravian denomination. But they have a tradition during Advent and Christmas of decorating worship spaces with these beautiful, bright, lit, multi-point stars. And this one was given to me about the time I was getting ready to move out of that area and move back home to Missouri. It was given to me by a friend and a mentor, one of the first pastors I worked with, someone who taught me a lot and was gentle with my mistakes, someone who I think about when I see this star. And so this is one that I often think about that story when I put it up and when I pack it away, as I know many of you do with all kinds of ornaments. But this year I thought, I'm not going to pack it away. I'm going to keep it out. It's actually one reason why I brought it here to the office with me. I think I'm going to actually leave it here. Leave it on my desk where I can see it. Because it reminds me of God's guiding, faithful presence through all kinds of transitions in my life. It reminds me of the ways in which I see God in other people, and the ways in which they give grace to me. And then that got me to thinking about Epiphany, and how on Epiphany, we did this on Sunday, but also today, how we think about the guidance of the star. And so on Sunday, if those of you who may have joined us in Sunday morning worship know that we did something really cool. We call them star words. Just simple paper stars to remind us of the guiding presence of God. And there's a word on them. And there's a way in which we just simply allow that word to speak into our time, our lives, and wonder together how that word may become part of our lives this year. Mine was faithful. And I'm not sure where that one will lead me, but today it's reminding me that God is faithful. That God is faithful through all kinds of transitions of life. That God is faithful in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places. And that God is often faithful through the people that are in our lives and the unexpected places we find ourselves. It's a story for another day, but those of you who know me well know that I am a Midwesterner at heart, and I never expected to be up in the mountains of North Carolina for a few years, and yet the way in which God guided me and the way in which God was faithful in that time has shaped and formed me in many, many important ways. So today, I'm taking these two together and realizing that God is faithful. That's where I've seen God at work today and in these days. And then there's these beautiful bowl full of simple paper stars. And so if you didn't join us for worship on Sunday, or if you didn't receive a star in the mail and you would like to have a star word for this year, simply put a note in the comments and I can either mail you your actual physical star, or we can snap a picture of one and send it to you in a message or an email. It's a fun way to simply have a reminder that God is faithful in these days. God is with us. We have lots of those tangible reminders in our lives. One of the ones that we also tend to have during the Christmas season is poinsettia flowers. They decorate our sanctuary, sometimes our home spaces. We have several of those that decorated our sanctuary during Advent and Christmas. They're still big and beautiful. And so if you would like that reminder that God is with us for your home, let us know. Come by and pick one up. We can arrange that. We have several that are looking for some homes, and we would love to have those in places where they can be visible reminders of God's presence with us. So friends, that's where I'm seeing God at work in my life this week. I wonder, how is God meeting you? I invite you to share that answer with somebody. It may be just a conversation with God, but I also invite you to say something in the comments, to send a note or an email to a friend or a family member. And, sometimes I have even said that out loud to my cat, simply to hear it said out loud. So wherever you are, and whatever these days bring, know that God is indeed faithful. Go into this day in peace, my friends. Amen.